let's finish off the decision tree in this video. So far we're at this level. We found out the expected value of going to a movie if we have the advice of going, and the expected value of not going to the movie if he tells us so. Now, what is the expected value of the advice altogether? Because we know there's a probability of recommending, of advising us to go, and the probability of not recommending, of advising us not to go. And we can use the probabilities that we found in the table over here. The probability of recommending, of telling us to go to the movie, is 3 over 8. So that would be the 3 over 8 probability over here. And the other one, the remaining 5 over 8, is the probability of advising us not to go, the probability of not recommending the movie. Now, the expected value of asking the advice overall is going to be equal to 3 over 8 times the payoff of 16, the expected payoff of 16, plus the remaining probability of 5 over 8 multiplied with the expected payoff of minus 8. So minus 8. If we work out the math over here, that would be an expected value equals to 1. That would be an expected value equals to 1. That would be the expected value of asking for the advice. In expectations, we have a payoff of 1. Now we have to compare this with the scenario where we do not ask for the advice. And that's going to be a pretty fast scenario to solve because we have no conditional probabilities. We have no conditions of advice. So what's the probability of having a good movie without any advice? Recall from the beginning of the question, that's given to us as 0.25. So 0.25, in other words, 1 over 4. And the probability of a bad movie is the remaining 3 over 4. Now, what's the expected value of going to the movie? That would be 1 over 4 times 64 plus 3 over 4 times minus 16. If we calculate this, that would be equal to an expected value of 4. Now, the expected value of not going to the movie altogether is 0, so it's wiser for us to take the risk because we have a higher expected payoff. So we would decide to go to the movie, and the expected payoff would be 4. In other words, if we have no advice and we do go to the movie, we have an expected payoff of 4, which is better than asking for the advice. In other words, having the choices between asking the advice and not asking the advice, we are going without any advice because our expected payoff is higher, so the probabilities are in our advantage of not paying for that advice. Hope this makes sense, and we are done.